Welcome back. You are tuned in to Traders Nation. Thanks for staying with us. I'm pleased to have with us book author Marianne Carnich with us here today. She wrote, Get People to Do What You Want. Marianne, welcome to Traders Nation. How are you?
Hi, Kurt. Thank you.
Good. Hey, listen, what brought you to write this book?
My writing partner is a professional interrogator and an interrogation instructor.
Nice.
And so if you're talking about anybody who knows how to get people to do what you want, it's somebody like that.
Right.
So we started out, this is the fifth in our series of books on human behavior and interpersonal skills, or as Greg says, extreme interpersonal skills.
Right. Waterboarding.
Not that extreme.
Okay.
No, this is all psychological keys as opposed to real beat-em-up stuff.
Right. All right. So what brought you to write the book? You know, Greg, of course, is in the business of this, and so he came to you, or what?
Well, no, actually, we have been working together, and this was the most intense of all of the topics that we've tackled, which is looking at human motivation and how we tie in people's needs, basically those needs as stacked in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and then how you fit that in with group dynamics so that you can figure out how to get people to do what you want.
Right. Okay. All right. Now, some of the things that outline us some items of, let's say we're in a work environment. How would this book become useful in a professional work environment like that to help? Is it in a positive way to help get people motivated to get things done? What?
Right. Well, you can look at it positively, or you could look at it negatively. It really depends. You know, a lot of times people think that they want a particular thing, and they really don't. And so one of the benefits of this is really looking at what it is you do want.
I see.
And then who is the right person to help you to get that done.
Sure.
And in some cases, it's not the decision maker; it's the person who has the decision maker's ear.
Right.
So we take you through that as well.
All right. And it's interesting because this is almost. Could you find this as a playbook in some political arenas?
Oh, absolutely. We have a whole chapter on the mechanics of charisma, and actually looked at some of the political candidates and the current political figures as to how they stack up. And we looked at cult leaders as well. People who get people to do what they want, like Charles Manson. Who could ever imagine that he could get those fairly innocent kids to do what they did?
Right. Right. It's almost like kind of like drinking the Kool-Aid, isn't it? I mean, these people have this charisma around them, and it's not. It's kind of a complex situation to be able to pull something off like that, isn't it? Or is it a complex person to do it, or is it just a weak-minded recipients? Maybe
actually, there is a system, and the mechanics of charisma that we describe here, we take it apart into a 5-step process as to how you actually get somebody to do what it is you want.
Right. And let me ask you something about how important is group dynamics?
It's very important because we all tie into a group think. For example, and let's just go back to politics.
Sure.
If somebody that you really respect really does not respect the candidate of your choice and comes up with a series of reasons that hit you as compelling reasons, it doesn't matter if they make sense to anybody else.
I see.
You are influenced by that. Or, I mean, it starts in high school or even before high school. Why are you dating that girl?
Right.
Right. She's not cool.
Right. So it's almost a level of reasoning to get somebody to see it your way. Is that correct?
Oh, sure.
All right.
Sure.
Using one-on-one interaction, will that end in a desired result?
I'm sorry?
Using one-on-one interaction with people, will that end in what is a desired result?
Right. It will, as long as you understand certain things about that person.
Yeah.
If you look at Maslow's hierarchy and you look at the various things, the reasons why we connect with people, and the reason why we want a job promotion, it all depends on where we are on that hierarchy at that moment.
Sure.
What is it that we need? Do we need a glass of water more than we need a handshake?
Right.
Or do we really need validation in the workplace because we're moving towards self-actualization?
Right. All right. Well, we get into an environment, and sometimes we can feel that we're being sold on something, if you will. And isn't that instinct in itself when it comes to trust or mistrust of others?
Right. Part of it is instinctual, but one of the reasons why we think that what we're telling people is so valuable is that now you can give some validation to your instinct. You can say, aha, that's why I did trust that guy, or that's why I didn't. or that's why I really should have done what I did, or that's why I shouldn't have done it.
Right.
So, you get to look at your own motivation. And that kind of self-analysis is hopefully one of the greatest skills that we can give people through our books.
Sure. What would be a good example of other human elements that we can use to win people over? Is it technique? What is it? Approach? Is it what?
It's listening. Is a great technique, because I know there are a lot of salespeople who've been told that people love the sound of their own names.
Yeah.
They don't love the sound of their own names as much as they love the sound of their own voices.
Right.
So let people talk, and you listen.
Right. And you address them by their name. It's that simple. Okay. Now, where can we find the book at, Marianne?
You can find the book just about anywhere. Barnes & Noble currently, I believe, has a special feature of the Hartley Courage combination.
Nice.
You can get them on Amazon. You can get them on our website. You can get them on the publisher's website, Career Press.
Yes. Now, where's your website, Ann?
Well, mine is Karinch.com. It's my name, Karinch.com. And Greg Hartley's is mindatwar.com.
All right. Today we have Mary Karinch with us here today. She's a co-author of Get People to Do What You Want. How to use body language and words to attract people you like and avoid the ones you don't. Just as important, isn't it, Marianne?
It is.
All right, good enough. Marianne, thanks for being with us here today.
Do appreciate your
time. You're more than welcome. Head on out to your favorite bookstore. Wherever fine books are sold, you can get a copy of Get People to Do What You Want. And it's interesting. It's a great read, so check it out today, okay?